So today we're going to take a look at the latest installment from Geek Gear's Harry Potter box, which is the World of Wizardry. And this box actually arrived pretty banged up this time around. It's dented pretty severely on the side and things are falling off and I don't know. And the front flap is unsealed, so thankfully when they send this it's usually bagged, so that's definitely helpful, but I wonder what stories it would tell me about its journey if it could. So the box is a little on the light side this time around, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Maybe they have a lot of wearables this time. So let's take a look. Now if you're interested and you've been kind of scoping out Harry Potter themed boxes, this one's actually a really good one. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. I've been getting the Geek Gear version and the Loot Crate version for about the same amount of time, and the Loot Crate one is good. I'll definitely give it props for that. It's got good quality items in it, but for some reason I prefer the Geek Gear one. There's something about it that appeals to me more, so definitely check it out if you think you might be interested. Link is down below. And normally there's a pull tab here, but since it's not even sealed, we're just going to open it up directly. Now the nice thing and the fun thing for me with Geek Gear is that unlike with Loot Crate, you do not have to choose a specific house with the Geek Gear version of their Harry Potter box. So if you want to go miscellaneous, then when they do house themed items, what you may end up getting is kind of randomized. So you may end up getting any house, and usually the way that you find out which house you've got items from for that particular month is based off of the tissue color in your box. So if there are any house related items in this box, it looks like this time around I've got Hufflepuff. So that's what the yellow tissue usually indicates. So let's take a look. So the first item we have is a bow tie in the Hufflepuff colors. I don't know, is it me? It's not a full bow tie, it's a pin actually. So if you're not adept at bow ties, I guess you could just pin it to your collar, or maybe even wear it as a hair bow perhaps. A lot of different things you could do with that. So that's the first item. Second item is a t-shirt. It is a blue color. And it looks like this is a play on Fantastic Beasts and not strictly Harry Potter. But it's got the monogrammed pocket. It's not a real pocket, of course. But it's got Newt Scamander's initials on it. And I like the blue color. This shirt actually looks like it might be a little small for me. Let's see. It's a medium. Okay, I am definitely not a medium shirt wearer, so this is not the right size for me, which is okay. I'm not in love with this shirt, so I can definitely pass it on to someone else, but Geek Gear, wrong shirt size. I'll have to send you a note. Anyway, next up we have a pin. They've gotten into the pin game, and so this time around it looks like we've got a Harry Potter and Hedwig pin. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So there he is, and it looks like he's got his broom hanging out with him right down there. And looks like, okay, so the classic version is, okay, so the classic version is him in just kind of robe colors, like a brown robe. And then the silver edition has a silver robe. And then the gold edition obviously has a gold robe. And it looks like I might have gotten the silver one. But again, it's really hard to tell. I think I got the silver one because the two-tone, it looks like there's a two-tone on the classic version, and that is not what I have. It definitely looks like it's solid silver. So I ran into this problem with one of their pins from the regular Geek Gear box as well. I wasn't sure whether I'd gotten the exclusive or not, or not the exclusive, they're all exclusive, but whether or not I got one of the special pins. So Geek Gear, it would be really, really amazingly helpful if you would label that a little bit better somehow. Because the other thing that's throwing me off is on the back, all of Hedwig, all of the illustrations of Hedwig are white, but my Hedwig is actually blue. So I don't know what that means. Maybe Hedwig is cold. I'm not sure. So I like the pin no matter what, but I'm really not sure if I got one of the special ones or not. So anyway, moving on. We have a medallion, which is very cool. I don't know what this is a reference to. I don't recognize it. So those of you who may know will probably be very upset, and hopefully the book will clarify. But there's the medallion, and it is double-sided, same design. Really, really heavy. That's very cool. And it's in a like a hard plastic case. Mine's cracked, unfortunately, but that's okay. I can keep the crack side down. That doesn't sound right. I can keep that side away from view, but that's a neat item. I have an empty bag, which might have been where the case was, so that probably explains that. All right, we have a wand, another wand. Didn't we get a wand not that long ago? Finest Wizarding Outfitters. So maybe it's not a wand. Is it a wand? Is it a wand? Is it a wand? It feels like a wand. It's shaped like a wand. It feels heavy like a wand. Feels like it could be a wand. So, let's see what we have here. Oh, my stars and garters. Too much to do. Alright, I'm just going to rip it. There's no point in keeping this, trying to keep this nice and neat and tidy. Oh my gosh. Geek Gear. You're killing me. Alright. Finally. We have hit bottom of the tissue. Okay. So it is in fact a wand. And it's just kind of a prop replica. It's really heavy, so it definitely feels like it's got some weight to it. It's got a nice handle to it as well, so that's kind of neat, especially if you've got a way to display it as I'm twirling it around. One drawback to this is that this box actually did a custom wand not too many boxes ago. So it's cool to get another wand, certainly, but it's just kind of strange that we just had a wand not all that long ago. So anyway, but I actually really like the wand itself. It's got good weight to it. I'm going to have to rewrap it with some new tissue paper because this one is not going to work anymore. But I like the item. Very cool. All right. Next up, we have another thing from the Finest Wizarding Outfitters. And it's also in tissue. And this is just like some sunglasses. Oh, we're continuing with the prop replicas. And we have some glasses, some eyeglasses. Some prop eyeglasses. There you go, so that you too can be Harry Potter. These are actually pretty substantial. I mean, for a prop replica, but it definitely is like more of a weighty plastic and not necessarily something that you would pick up in the dollar store. Definitely feels like something that you would get more at a costume shop. It's a little bit more substantial than a dollar store kind of pair of glasses. But that's kind of cool. Halloween is coming up, so you know, I look exactly like Harry Potter, so this could come in handy. And the last thing that we have before we get to the spoiler booklet is their custom print. And so they've been doing this recently as well, is including, they've been including prints in their boxes for some time, but within the last few months they've gotten some exclusive rights with this company, and they've been doing their own prints. And so this looks like it is kind of almost like an encyclopedia drawing, or for lack of a better word, a blueprint, so to speak. But it is of the Niffler from Fantastic Beasts. So it's all about like the different parts of the Niffler and height and preferences and habitat and all of that fun stuff. So that's kind of cool. It definitely looks like an old school kind of biological type of drawing. So that's neat. Alright, so the book, let's see, we have the replica wand. We have the Fantastic Beasts t-shirt. The licensed Niffler print, Harry's glasses. House color bow tie. So again, Hufflepuff is what we got this time around. The Serpent Chamber coin. Oh, I was looking at it from the wrong angle. Alright, so this is from the Serpent Chamber. And now that I see it facing the correct way, I recognize it. But that's okay. That's cool. That was actually a really, really cool item. And then the exclusive enamel pin. And I'm still not entirely sure which one I got. I think I got the silver one. But maybe not. Maybe it was the regular gray one. I'm really not sure. Geek Gear, help me out. Let me know. Or if you got one of the silver or the gold. Well, obviously it wasn't the gold one. But if you got the silver one, tell me if it looks different than mine. The silver one looks like it might be shinier, but it's really hard to tell. Okay, and so next month definitely looks like it's going to be house themed, because that's our hint for the next month's box. So, if you have a particular affinity for one of the Harry Potter boxes, if you have a particular affinity for one of the Harry Potter houses, and you are looking for items for that house to kind of represent your people and all that, then this might be a box to look into getting for next month to kind of supplement your stuff, and think about doing that. So check out the link down below if that's something that you think you might want to do. So really like the box as usual, except for the fact that the shirt's in the wrong size, but again, I can donate it to somebody else, and I'm sure I don't need to keep every single shirt. But as always, I'm really happy with the box in general, so awesome job. We'll continue on with more of this particular box, at least for the immediate future. So come back and check out next month's, which apparently is going to be house themed. And since I'm on the random house list, it's going to be interesting to see what I end up with. So you'll have to come back and see. See you next time. Bye.